Good afternoon. My name is SGT Perry. Today I will be briefing you on the counseling process. The classification for this briefing is unclassified. The overall risk assessment is low. I do have exit signs to the left and to the right of me, and in the case of an emergency, we will leave in a calm fashion to the safest place possible. Like I said earlier, today I will be briefing you on the counseling process. The counseling process has many different ways to go about. The first thing you always want to do before counseling a soldier is review the regulation for counseling. The regulation for counseling is ATP 6-22.1. When you look through ATP 6-22.1, it will tell you all the guidelines that you must follow to counsel a soldier. It will tell you what you can and can't counsel a soldier for, also when and where you should counsel a soldier. Before counseling any soldiers, you should always review ATP 6-22.1 because it is your guide to counseling soldiers. Now you may be asking me, what is a counseling? So a counseling is what we do to help develop soldiers. Counselings are specifically to tell someone what they have done and what they have not did. With that being said, the counseling with the development aspect is so they know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. When you counsel a soldier, you should always tell the soldier what is expected of them. This in return lets them know what they should and should not be doing. You should always ask for feedback from the soldier because this in return will help you build a relationship so when counseling the soldier, he understands what he's being counseled for. You should always acknowledge a soldier. In the case if he is right or wrong, you should always counsel him. This is what the counseling process is for, to help soldiers build themselves to become that leader that you want them to be. Because they will have to counsel their own soldiers when the time comes. There are 4 stages to counseling. We have the prep phase, prepare phase, counseling session, and a follow-up session. In the preparatory phase, this is where you, yourself, will go and do your own personal assessment of the situation. This is where you find out what the soldier did, why they did it, where they did it, and how they did it. All these things that you're going to find out in your preparatory phase will be put into play when you actually counsel the soldier. Once you have done this, the next step will be the counseling session. During this counseling session, we will make sure that you have clear purpose and precise situation assessment. This will give the soldier the most clear counseling that he or she can get for what they have done. This session should be held in a 2-way conversation. And you have it in a 2-way conversation so you get both sides of the story. Because you want to know what the soldier did and also what happened. This is one of the big reasons why we counsel soldiers. The next thing will be the follow-up session. You have the follow-up session to check on the soldier's progression from the assessment that you have came up with that soldier. You do the follow-up to see if they are following that plan of action that you have created, or if they are lacking in not following the plan that was created. If they're lacking in not following the plan that was created, you will counsel the soldier again and you will redo this process. After any time you do a counseling, regardless of what it's for, you will always have a plan of action at the end of the counseling. You will always come back to make sure you follow up that plan of action, whether if it was to simply just keep doing what you're doing, or if it was you came up with a plan of action and the soldier, for instance, was late to work and you said the soldier has to come into work 15 minutes prior to normal duty hours. These follow-ups will help develop that soldier. Integration. And integration counseling is used when new soldiers arrive to your unit. With these incoming soldiers, what you want to do is help them understand what they're there for, what they're doing, what you expect from them, and what they should expect from you. With that being said, with them also being new, not just to being your soldier, but to the unit, you should give them unit knowledge and let them know what is also expected of them from the unit. This in return will give that soldier a good understanding of what he or she is supposed to be doing. Also, with the integration counseling, you will let the soldier know what is expected of them and inside and outside of the workplace. You do this so they know how to behave on duty hours and outside of duty hours. You should also be making sure that they always know to maintain their military bearing and always make sure to do what's right. An event-oriented counseling. The first thing you want to do when you're giving a soldier an event-oriented counseling is to give them the cause of the counseling. Soldiers' actions, regardless of whether it's good or bad. For instance, if a soldier just came from airborne school, you will give that soldier an event-oriented counseling congratulating him for graduating airborne school. And let's just say it was the other way. You will give, and let's just say the soldier did something bad. Let's just say the soldier got a speeding ticket. So in this event-oriented counseling, the event would be the soldier getting the speeding ticket. And what you would be doing would be counseling him for it. You should always use event-oriented counselors when anything happens, because this let the soldier know what their actions, whether their actions were good, whether their actions were bad. Timing and focus. There will always be a timing and focus when it comes to counseling the soldier. You never want to counsel a soldier after duty hours. When you do this, it comes off as simply as, I don't care about your time. And that in turn turns the soldier to not want to do what's right. And he will also give half effort when listening in to the counseling. But counselors are supposed to be for developing soldiers. If you and the soldier are both giving lackluster effort towards this counseling session, there will be no development. You also want to make sure that when you are giving a soldier counseling, that they are you and them are in a controlled environment with minimum noise and no distractions. This will in turn give you and the soldier full focus on what's going on with the counseling. You should always ask for feedback from the soldier after you give the soldier the counseling. Anytime you give a counseling, as I stated earlier, it should always be two-way. If it's two-way, you both come to a good understanding, and when you make the plan of action, you both know what is supposed to happen and what is going to happen whenever you come to the follow-up. That is the counseling process. I now have 2 questions for you. The first one being, what is one of the 4 counseling stages? What is an integration counseling? Are there any questions for me? All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day.